Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final weekly breakdown here at Intuition Effects. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone's had a fabulous time so far in the week and in the year overall. This weekly breakdown will be for my private students and to the public. I know I haven't uploaded in YouTube in a very, very long time, but I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do this breakdown for everyone, explain what's going on, what I think is gonna happen in the markets. Obviously, my private group, you guys will know the weekly breakdowns that I've been doing, where I've been calling the shots on the markets, where I have been incorrect and where I have been correct. We're all human, no one's gonna get 100%. um, and kind of just touch base on what I'm thinking of doing next year with Intuition FX and how the public can benefit from it as well. Now, a lot of you before I get into the whole weekly breakdown aspect of things, a lot of you will have seen my stuff online for numerous of years now. I'd say since 2021. I think it was August 2021. Let me, you know what? While we're all here, let me just go on Twitter real quick and find out when I actually made Twitter. August 2021. That's when I made Intuition FX. That's when I started Twitter. That's when I started posting. And it has been a fabulous 3 years. In next year will be 4 years of Intuition FX. Don't worry, guys. I'm not leaving. But there is a few things I wanted to talk about, and I will talk about those in a moment. Um, but yeah, so like I said, 3 years have gone by. It's been a fabulous journey. The people I've met, the amount of weird things I've seen on Twitter as well. A lot of people fighting. This industry is just funny. I find it hilarious. With all the fights people have most of the time, it's what you guys doing this for. I mean, don't get me wrong. I remember doing that in my first year or so on Twitter. It was just like everyone's just hammering away. But um, I guess the older you get, the deeper you get into this industry, the more you learn a lot about yourself. Because when it comes to technical analysis, I'll be very honest with you all, it's not a very hard thing to understand in the market at all. Technical analysis doesn't take very long to master. It isn't something that takes a great amount of time to find. Like, to find something that works doesn't take too long. Of course, if you want to really be accurate and pinpoint to the absolute T, this and that, it will take time. But to carve simple money from this market, it takes a very simple model, a very simple approach, which again, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and start teaching a new model because, like I said, everything I've learned from ICT, right? Um, the only thing I'd say which is gonna stop you from achieving your goals, that's gonna stop you from achieving your, trading result that you desire, is going to be yourself. And this year, I've probably had one of the hardest journeys myself, battling that in terms of things in my personal life, understanding that not every single thing in your life will go to plan. Random things will happen, unplanned things will happen, and you need to know how to maneuver through life. You need to know how to balance your whole life and balance trading and balance this, balance that, to actually, still keep it very consistent and sustainable. So this year was a very big learning curve personally. I don't know about for many of you lot. I know I spoke to a lot of you on a one-to-one basis as well. Some of you I literally just mentor on a psychological level, because again, like I'm good at talking, I'm good at explaining things when it comes to the mind. Because for the last 4 years as well, as I've been in the last about since 2020, before I came public with Intuition FX, I was reading a lot about developing the mind, developing yourself as a human, and what it takes to really, be free, and what freedom really is, right? I mean, I don't want to go too deep into these kind of things. This isn't one of those lectures, but I guess I'm having this long conversation with you guys because I haven't uploaded on YouTube for a while. Very long time I haven't uploaded on YouTube. So I thought if I make this a long one, it'll cover up basically what I'm trying to say for so much, and what I am going to do going into next year, how I plan to go around it, how I plan to do this and do that. So it will be interesting. As you can see as well, I've gone off the premium plan of TradingView simply because, like I said, I'm not going to be trading till about February now. And I will still be on the charts here and there just to keep up to date with my analysis, so I don't lose momentum. But in terms of trades, from what I've historically been through, December, January, I just sit it out. I just use it as a festive season to think of other things I can do with money, think of other ways I can make money, think of developing myself even more, spending time with family, because a lot of you will also experience what I'm about to talk about. When you are trying to develop yourself as a trader or an entrepreneur, or you're trying to do something in any career, even if it's a 9 to 5, whatever you're trying to do, you're trying to balance your gym, your social life, and any other business you want, you will understand that your life gets very, very busy. You start to make less time for the people you live with, or even like your family, for example, or your friends, and it becomes harder and harder and harder because you're so focused on, okay, career, making money, doing this, doing that. And I just like to use the next 2 months just to like spend time, just chill. Like I said, when I say chill, spend time with my family, but make sure I am still top of my business, my gym, and things like that. Um, which you got to keep consistent, all year round on a lot of these things. But yeah, I like to unwind. But going back on the basis of trading and what I've been researching about developing your mind is that the only obstacle in this industry is you. And again, if you go onto my public YouTube and you go on my weekly breakdowns, when I did those free weekly breakdowns for about 6 months, you'd see that I was right more than 90% of the time. I was calling the direction of the markets. And it's pretty, like I said, it's that simple. To calling a direction is nice because this is the where price is gonna go. This is the key levels, this and that. But then trading it is a different kind of entity, right? Because when you're placing that buy or sell, you got to take into consideration the factor of psychology, greed, fear, and all of those things that are going to become a nuisance to you there and then. So there's a lot to take into consideration when you're trading. There's a lot to look at before you actually place a trade. But going, this whole year, like I mentioned, I've just spent a lot of time just learning what kind of trader I really want to be, where I want to take my trading, what do I want to do with Intuition FX, because a lot of things you see now, within the trading community, a lot of people are coming on just to become, trading influencers. That's what a lot of people are after now. Me personally, I couldn't care less. I don't think you guys have ever seen me post much on my like Instagram when it comes to lifestyle, but I might go on like a holiday here and there and I'll show you it. I'll be like, yeah, I'm flying out, cool. But other than that, just I stay out of the loop as much as I can when it comes to the social media side of things, because like I said, I'm not trying to become an influencer. I'm just trying to share my knowledge as much as I can, share my experiences, and hopefully I continue to keep doing that. And I hope, even if it benefits one of you out there, it's it's a great deal for me, because to know that I've been able to help someone or calm someone down or just help someone, achieve something in life that they never thought they could achieve. For example, one of my students in my Discord group, I won't mention his name because I don't know if he wants to be mentioned for privacy matters, of course. But like I said, you can check my Telegram for all the proof on there, of one of the students that I mentored for a year. It took a year for me to take him through ICT from scratch. When I say from scratch, the only trading he knew before this was supply and demand and the trend line. That's all he knew. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say those don't work. I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna be biased towards one kind of way. I'm gonna say, look, if you're genuinely from the bottom of your heart, without faking it, you're using that and it's making you money, fair play to you. I'm not gonna sit here and start saying ICT is the only way, this is the only way. Like I said, I don't care about this whole politics thing. I don't care about the whole beef. I don't care, like, I understand there's a lot of things that make sense with ICT, and like I said, I do really think personally deep down that is the best way to approach trading. But if something works for you, I'm not going to sit here and try swindle you and say, come join my course, because like I said, I couldn't care less about that. Okay. So the student I took on, yep, a year. It took a year, and exactly when it was about to hit 1 year, he got funded the 100K account. yeah, and you got monthly payouts, consistent payouts 3 4 months straight, and I think we're on the fourth month now. It takes a while, guys, to get things in order. For some people, it might take longer than a year. It might take you 3 4 years. Some of you, it's gonna take 5 6 years. My question to you is, are you being realistic with yourself in terms of your goals? Are you being realistic with yourself in terms of how much effort you are actually putting into this industry? If you're saying to yourself, I want to achieve six-figure funded accounts and I want to do this and I want to do that, okay, are you putting in the effort? Are you actually doing the chart work that's needed? Are you journaling? Are you doing any of that at all? Are you, waking up, making sure you're actually in front of your charts, not just doing everything on your phone? It's very important to be realistic with yourself because only then you won't waste 5 6 7 8 9 10 years doing the wrong thing. You have to be on the ball with this industry from the get-go because no one's gonna come help you. No one's gonna guide you that easily. It is you against you. It's only you can press that buy or sell button. It's not like if you're in a sales environment that someone can push you to sell something, or if you're in a work environment, you have these like team huddles and you do this, like, okay, guys, come on, so you're gonna get paid a salary at the end of the month, and all of those kind of things. Here, you're guaranteed nothing. So it really does depend how much work you put in, how consistent you are. You can't be lazy, this and that. So, like I said, you guys know all of this, okay? When it comes to trading in general, like I always say to you guys, and this is something I genuinely took on board this year as well. You need to know when to stay away from the market and when to be in the market. Know when to do nothing, know when to do something. That's something that comes with experience. Okay? Journaling. If you are not take noting down every trade you take, you will fail. If I asked you guys what trade you took exactly 1 week ago, okay, 99% of you probably cannot tell me what trade that was off the top of your head unless you have a journal. What price point, what trade, what time, how many pips, what percent, and why you took the trade. Journaling is important because how else will you know your mistake? And this is something, and here's a quote, right, that was shared to me by someone, and I don't know if it's a famous quote. I just heard this from a friend of mine, and it's about a quote about going down the wrong path, right? So the quote goes like this: It's easier to when you're on a train, like let's say okay, you're on a train for example, right? And this is more of an analogy than a quote. You want to get off at the stop as early as you can. So if you okay, so let me put it this way: if you're on a train and it's going the wrong way, okay, sorry, I got it muddled up. If you're on a train and it's going the wrong way, you want to get off at the earliest stop. The further you go, the longer and harder it is to get back to the right spot. Okay, take a minute to understand what I said. If your train is going the wrong way, if you're going the wrong way in trading and you keep going down that wrong way, it's going to be very hard for you to come back from all those wrongs and make them rights. Okay? You need to get off those wrongs quick and get on the right path. You need to break those bad habits. So you need to start journaling, writing things down, taking care of your mental, your physical, your soul, and your body, and all these kind of things. You got to take care of yourself, and the markets will take care of you. But that's kind of the basis of what I want to touch upon. Going into next year, what are my expectations for Intuition FX? Like I said to you guys, I'm not going to be openly opening my mentorship as such. If anyone does want to learn, like I said, you're free to message me, but I'm not going to announce it on Telegram as a public thing where everyone just come, you can join this and that. I'm very selective on who I take in, only because I don't like to waste my time, and I'm sure you guys don't want to waste your money. Okay, I'm focusing on a few students only. Why? Because I like to get to know my traders. I like to get to know my, you know, people first who I'm actually, teaching my student. I like to get to know them on a one-to-one basis because every trader is different. Every trader has his own needs, own psychology, own mind, own way of trading. And I like to understand each and every single student that I have so I can build that personal relationship and better their trading. Like I said, the student that I trained for a year who's now funded making his money, I don't need to sit there and train him again. He's always welcome. He's going to be in that Discord group for life, right? And he's never going to, if he wants a question, I'm there for him, right? But he doesn't need me on a weekly call. He doesn't need me on a one-to-one as much anymore. And well, not really. I don't think I've done a one-to-one like 5, 6 months with him because that's it. I've done my job. Do your own thing now. Go and just make your money, make your life, do what you want to do. You want to start teaching people, go for it. Like I said, guys, I'm not here to tie people down. I'm not here to do some influencer thing. I just don't care. I just want to make sure if someone comes to me and says, I want to trade, I want to learn, and I have the opportunity to make someone's life better, I'm taking that opportunity. And I will. So next year, like I said, it's just gonna be simple. Me focusing on my Discord group. I'm gonna try and focus more on the public side of things as well. Like I said, I do really want to focus on that as well, with like maybe like doing live streams here and there, of me trading. I will do weekly breakdowns, maybe one weekly breakdown a month for you guys. Incorporate, like how I used to record my trades, but music over them, those kind of things. I will definitely be doing that more next year because, like I said, this year I've just been working a lot of things out when it comes to my schedules, what my trading days are going to be, what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that. So I've got a clear cut picture, but there's no point in me starting this now, to be completely honest with you. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, we're at the end of nearly at the end of Q4 now. It's November's ending in 2 weeks. The last thing I want to do, to be honest with you guys, is start going ham into trading because it's not my favorable time. Looking at my stats from years and years ago, sorry, I just like to stay out the loop for December, January, but February, rest assured, I will be there. But let's get into the market. And if I waffle, guys, I apologize. Anyways, going forward, we have here's your Forex Factory. You've got high impact news. Looks like a good week in general, to be honest with you, in terms of news. So you guys know when you see news, high impact news and things like this, apart from if it's FOMC and NFP, it's gonna be a very very fun week and a very volatile week and a lot of money. Now, going on to the DXY side of things, I'm gonna explain. We have been in a range this whole year. Now, I'm not gonna go back and explain every single move I've called. My private group know that, what I've called and what I've not called. And of course, they know what's up with that. But as you can see from my notations, right? I said to my group, I said to them, I said this, right? I said when price was, reversing from here, because I did say to them, I want this sell side taken. First this one, this one, this one, and then this one. It didn't get taken. Okay, fine. When we started reversing higher, I said one thing to my students. I said this. I said there's a daily bearish order block right here. I said if that gets broken out, this part, I said if this gets broken out, expect bullish momentum. I said it's very clearly I said that to them. Now, and that's exactly what happened. It's simple things like this. I said if this doesn't hold, if this daily bearish order block does not send price lower, fine. We're gonna go higher, and that's exactly what happened, and that's exactly what we got. Boom. Okay. Now we've taken out one side of buy side over here, so that's gone. Goodbye. We've traded into this fair value gap on the daily time frame. So what are my expectations going into next week? I just want to see higher prices. I don't really want to see too much retracement in price. Okay, we can come a little bit lower, maybe into this gap over here. But I like the way we've done a stop run over here with this wick. We've taken these lows here out as well, even some lows here. So I like the way we've done that over here. Okay, so I don't want to see too much retracement. I really just want to see price just go for it now, get above this buy side, and show us that we are out of this range. Once we're out of this range, I'm interested to see where price wants to head, because to me, what looks favorable after that point, and this is on a weekly, guys, remember that, is going for that buy side. So I'm doing it very slow. I'm not saying, okay, guys, we're going to take out here now. No, I'm saying this could be the next buy side. Nice, simple, clean. So let's see where price goes first. So for DXY, I want my expectation is price to go higher. GU, again, I knew the shorts were coming. I anticipated the incorrection over here. So I go on the weekly over here. We had a volume imbalance. So I said to them, I said to my students again, I said, we've got a volume imbalance right here. If we trade above it, close above it, price will take our, buy side. But we did not get that. What did we get instead, guys? Look at the way it respected it, and we drop lower, yeah? My expectation was we get into this gap over here and then trade lower. It didn't happen, which is fine. No worries. And we'll take this off as well. But here, as you can see, we've got a turtle soup scenario, volume imbalance, price drops, breaker formation, consolidates around there, and boom, just tanks. Right? We've taken out sell side. Now, to me, I'm looking at this on a monthly now, right? If DXY is gonna do what I think it's about to do, which is, continue higher and really, start trading, for higher prices, my rejection block over here is the first thing I'm gonna go for, and then the low over here. I would say the 50% of that wick as well on the monthly, but I focus on the rejection block first, and then we go, oh, sorry, the body, sorry, and then we'll go for the wick. So here we go. So I'm interested to see how next week plays out. Do we trade a little bit higher, create a fair value gap for the week after, so we can trade into that fair value gap and then drop lower, or do we just tank? And we also got to take into consideration we have a bunch of down candles over here. Take that across. So it'd be nice to see some sort of price to go higher, create an interesting candle, leave a fair value gap, so the week after next week, we trade higher and go lower. Could happen, could not happen, no promises there, guys. We do have this daily fair value gap here as well, something to keep your eye on. Price could retrace into that and go lower. So, like I said, you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta see what Monday brings first. That's what you got to see. You got to see what Monday brings, and sometimes you end up waiting till Tuesday, Wednesday, but And here we have Euro. Okay, we have Euro USD, guys. So again, more literally the exact opposite to like DXY this pair. Said, are we gonna get to monthly high? If we don't take that one out, because look, we've been ranging, man. We've been ranging. I said, look at DXY. If it does go higher, then you're gonna have that potential to go lower on this pair, which it absolutely did, and we got to that monthly low. So as a weekly target, we have a weekly order block here, but we also have this sell side. So that's my next sell side. Very, very small target, guys. I'm not going for a huge target that's miles and miles away. And to be honest with you, the way things are looking, this will probably get taken very quickly because we filled in this fair value gap over here as well. Look at this. There. So I'm interested to see how it goes once we get below this low. Do we continue going lower? Do we get some sort of, retracement? But overall, there were a lot of good moves this year to catch. And like, look, every season has its, trending seasons. You got this season, you got that season. You just gotta know when to trade, when not to trade. Okay. Those are the three pairs I look at. I look at DXY for the intermarket analysis, and then you got the GU and the EU that I look at. That's it. But like I mentioned to you guys, I'm not actively going to be in the markets too much till February. I'm going to use the next couple months to just, like I said, focus on my students, see what they need help with, see what's going to be helpful for them, see, you know, what is stopping them from achieving their goals, and making sure that 2025 we get a lot more funded students from the group. That's going to be the main aim. Okay, I've got another student of mine who has recently, I've just checked my messages, has recently gone funded as well, got a live account. So I'm just waiting on his update to see if he gets a payout from it, which I'm very confident that he will. And once he gets that payout, what's gonna happen? That's gonna be my second student funded. Like I said, guys, I don't need to start a huge group and be like, everyone pay me this monthly fee, monthly, monthly, monthly. Yeah, let me not lie, I've done it before. And this is the exact reason why I'm not doing it, because it was hectic to have that. It was hectic when you had people paying these monthly subscriptions. Yeah, great, they're paying you, but when you're teaching one thing and then you have to repeat that thing about five different people at different times, it gets very confusing. And it's also no one's learning in a systematic way. With here, even if I have three different students who want to learn a different way, I can focus on them wholeheartedly. I don't need to think about the other five that are waiting to join, right? I can just say, okay, I've got you guys here, right? I'm going to focus on you like this, you like this, you like this, do this, done, 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 boom, done. Like I said, guys, sometimes you just need the right direction, the right guidance, and that's what I'm here for. So, like I mentioned, if anyone does need that mentoring, please give me a message, and I will get to you about that. But like I said, please only be serious about it. I don't want no one, trying to mess about, nothing like that. I will ask you a lot of questions before I do enroll you, because like I said, I don't want to waste my time. I don't care about the money. Of course, it's paid. You're paying for my time, but I'm not desperate to the sense where I'm going to just start taking people in because I want money. I don't care, guys. I got my own thing going. Do you know what I'm saying? But apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, from next year, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to become some crazy influencer, because I'm not. But I will be doing my very best to be more interactive with you guys on YouTube, especially. I'm trying my best to do that. Twitter, guys, I'll be honest, I post one or two things on Twitter and I leave. That place is toxic. I don't like that place. I probably check my Twitter once a week, if that. So any news about ICT, I'm probably out of the loop. I'm out of the loop on a lot of things, because, like I said, once you get to a point where you know how to trade, you don't need to be on half these social media apps comparing and doing this and doing that. You don't need to do any of that. But anyways, guys, look, it was it felt so good to do such a long break. Well, I say a long breakdown, only 27 minutes, nearly half an hour. It felt so good doing this. So my private group. I hope you guys find this helpful as well, and I hope to you guys on to the public, to everyone on YouTube. I know it's been a while. You guys have heard from me and my content, but like I said to you, I will slowly be bumping it up next year. Just give me some time. Let me find a way of me being able to do it consistently, because I want to do something that I can actually uphold a promise on, and do something on a weekly basis that I can definitely attend to. So leave that to me. If any of you reach out to me and say you want like a video made or something, let me know what you might want that on. I can maybe upload that to the public as well, depending on what you guys are asking for. But other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic festive season ahead of you. I know I'm a bit early, but a month early. But listen, look, I hope you all have a fantastic New Year as well, an amazing Christmas, and any other holiday that you celebrate for the next 2 or 3 months. And will most likely touch base with you guys in February. I might make a few videos here and there in the coming months. Before February, I'll see what I can think of. But like I said, if not, I will resume consistency with the YouTube channel in February. But apart from that, I hope you all have a fantastic couple months ahead of you. Take care, guys. Peace.